So when JK came to us, it presented a really unique opportunity. One, being the world and the industry we live in now, we don't get to meet our coaches that often. They're, you know, Dubai, America, Australia, wherever they are around the world. So John's literally down the road, which was really exciting for us to begin with. He came in and met us, and he was in the gym with us and stuff like that. But he has multiple facets of the business, whether it be supplements. He's got obviously his coaching, and then he had the merch. He's really big on like the merch and having his brand awareness spread throughout his client base as well. And it really gives us an opportunity to bring the whole team in and take the different skills, whether it be Joe for tech, media design, or, you know, other members of the team, and really pull all that together and showcase actually what the Studio Unlimited service is all about.
So I'm John Kirk, founder of JK Physique. We're an online coaching service, potentially specifically more from the nutrition side. I work with men and women potentially that have tried everything in their mindset to achieve the result, and I work with them pushing mindset, habits and behaviours to get a result and stay in shape for life. Initially it was the Asset Academy initially, and it was sort of getting done for you documents that really helped me to save time, spend more time on the coaching, and the documents itself just sold and helped to sell the business because they were so engaging and top quality. And it was from there that the relationship grew as the business grew, and it was like, you know, this is also what we offer. What do you think? And then that's what it went on to the Studio Unlimited.
I sort of started to become involved in the project once the brand assets, the graphics, all that side of stuff was, the print, all that stuff was in motion. I became involved with the sort of tech side. So obviously he's got the two sides of the business, which is his coaching side, and he's got the supplement side, and they had different requirements, but I had to find a way of making sure that they blended between each other essentially. So on the coaching side it was his members area, and on the supplement side was helping him deliver his e-commerce platform, and obviously deliver the support, development and all the sorts of features that he required.
Because I was doing a lot of work from a website standpoint, developing that, there's the supplement shop, the coaching, it was kind of a huge benefit that I'm going, hold on, I'm trying to grow two separate companies here, and I've got one team doing both, understanding both aspects of it and the vision of both, because although it's a separate company, the vision and mindset behind both are the same. So it was good to have guys that understood me, understand the work, and the communication was always dead thorough. You know, sometimes I used to think like, I've put a request in for something on the website, and I think the quickest time it was done was something like 30 seconds. Joe had responded going, it's done. And I was like, you know, you don't get that from anywhere. You know, maybe, okay, in my head I thought it was a lot, Joe being Joe on it, but just smashed the work out. And I'm like, you weren't hanging around for anything. It was just done and done and done. And every time I go back and we'd send videos and, hey, perfect, but this, and it just goes straight on and box it off. And I literally couldn't have asked it to be done any quicker.
When JK came to us, he basically had a logo, he had a colour scheme, which was enough for us to build sort of the layers on top of that, which, to be honest, we quite like building everything from scratch, but we were lucky enough that the work that John had already had done was good. And it just really gave us that foundation to build on layer by layer and actually bring in the infrastructure of the brand around that, you know, the mission, what it meant, and how that brand actually makes the client feel. And that's the real kind of exciting bit for, you know, a brand developer or a graphic designer. It's creating something aesthetic that some people just think are colours and fonts and logos, and actually putting work into who the end client is and how the brand makes them feel and what actually attached them to that service in particular.
Callum kind of just honestly put his own spin on it, and I think when I seen it was quite exciting, like, yeah, love it, and straight away it was like developing it, and then kind of understanding the amount of hours that would go into creating it. Like, obviously I don't understand how many layers pictures have and all this, and it had to be tweaked, and I think then he was working, I don't know, 1, 2 in the morning, I got an email, and you know, I'm doing it, I want this done. So for me, little things like that get noted about you with a company that know they've got outstanding work and want it right for you and are willing to do it at 2 in the morning. I think it's the extra mile for me.
There's no one suit fits all. Obviously, within the industry, there's lots of coaches, but they all have different styles of and different clients that they're looking to sort of target. So the communication was key, and I think we worked really well with that. I think John's mentioned that sometimes the responses were sort of really quick. I think he said the quickest one being like 30 seconds, but he was just as quick himself. But it allowed him to basically make sure it was as streamlined as possible and we were working as efficiently as possible. So rather than me going ahead and delivering something, it being completely the opposite to what he needs, having that communication just basically made it as efficient as possible.
I'm one of these that also like to kind of understand it, and not to understand it to go away and do it, just that's just me. And every time Joe would do something, he'd record a full video and explaining it, so I kind of knew how to maybe go in the back end of it to tweak things if I needed to without messing it up. So I'm sure if I go back on it, I've got a portfolio of videos that kind of allow me to do the basics, but not mess it up, but have the understanding of how it works. But I'm still gonna go, use do it. But it's nice to know I kind of understand how people log in and how people assess this and how that works. Just so, because it's my business, I should understand every single aspect of it.
Essentially, every time I was trying to deliver a feature he was requesting, I would produce videos to support that. Obviously, when we're developing, whether it be the members area or the e-commerce shop, I wanted to try and keep him involved in as much as possible so he could sort of self-support that to a way. I was always going to be there to support him, but we wanted to make sure it was a situation where he could support himself and have an understanding of why things are working a certain way. And that will then allow us with that communication and us both knowing what's the purpose behind what's happening. As his business develops, we can continue to develop the tools and the technologies that we're putting in place for him. Hi Jonathan, so this is just the second part. You've seen the back end side of things now, how to set up the different rates. This is to give you the client experience from the front end.
Sort of, because quite quickly, yeah, this is what I need. Because again, it was the time that I needed to be with clients and developing the business. On not spending time on developing this content and guides and all the information out my head into a visual, that I just didn't have, one, the experience or the knowledge. Maybe not put this one in, but expensive but valuable. Top 3 words: professional. I don't want to sound wanky, but professional, friendly, and just 5-star.
So the Studio Unlimited service is a real unique offering in the industry, and we don't believe there's anything like it out there. And the reason why is because as a coach, you tend to have certain services that you're out there to look for. It's graphic design, it's web design, it's video editing, it's motion graphics, it's content creation. There's all these skills that you're expected to know, you're expected to need to have, and that requires a few different people. So you might have somebody for your graphics, you might have somebody for your web, and that can be really difficult to manage. So you're essentially outsourcing something to save time, but then you actually spend that same time again managing those people. And what you need is somebody to come in and manage that for you, essentially having your creative team like it's in an office with you, and that's what we really trying to bring to the industry. And in JK's instance, he had so many different facets of the business that really give us the opportunity to bring in our key members of the team who had certain skills and really show off them skills. And to be honest, as we developed this service, that was the real first opportunity that we got, and there were some areas that we needed to research that we hadn't got into in too much detail, like the supplements labels and the shop and stuff, and it really gave us an opportunity to broaden our knowledge, and I think JK and his clients really benefited from that, and so did we internally as well.